Unit 1, pages 9 to 10, and this is about the metric system. So conversion factors, you must memorize these metric conversion factors, specifically what's in this chart. You do not have to memorize the conversion factors between metric and US units. Those would be provided for you. For example, you don't have to know the relationship between centimeter and inches. All the conversion factors below are defined quantities that have an infinite number of significant figures. So you're required to memorize how to convert between giga and the base, mega, kilo, deca, which he has deca here, but from the way you've learned it previously in my class, this is actually deci, because in 1 decimeter, there's 1 times 10 to the negative 1 meters, or in 1 meter, there's 10 decimeters. So watch out for that. Centi, milli, micro, nano, pico, femto. Most often you're dealing with the conversion factors here because at the atomic level we tend to deal with much smaller quantities and not so much these really large ones. The table above contains the relationship 1 kilometer is equal to 1 times 10 to the negative 3 meters, or 1,000 meters. From that relationship you can write two different conversion factors or ratios. You could say 1 kilometer is equal to 1.0 times 10 to the 3, or 1,000 meters, or you could write the inverse, that 1.0 times 10 to the 3 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. You're also required to memorize these volume relationships, that for every 1 cubic centimeter it's equal to 1 milliliter, and that 1,000 cubic centimeters is equal to 1 liter. So here's your note card for this section, and you can pause it in order to jot it down, that these are the metric conversions that you're required to memorize, and I went ahead and broke them down in the way that we're used to dealing with them. So if you have 1 gigameter, it's equal to 1 times 10 to the 9 meters, megameter, 1 times 10 to the 6, kilometer, 1 times 10 to the 3. So notice you have a 963 here, 1,000, 1 million, 1 billion. Then, as you get below the base unit, you go into deci, centi, milli, which is going to be 10, 100, 1,000. 1 meter is 10 decimeters, 1 meter is 100 centimeters, 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters. And then, once you get below this point right here, then you start moving by a factor of 1,000. So notice that we're going to go from 1,000 to 1 times 10 to the 6 times 10 to the 9 times 10 to the 12 times 10 to the 15. It moves up by 3, 6, 9, 12. Zeros, adding more zeros. So 1 meter equals 1 times 10 to the 6 micrometers. 1 meter equals 1 times 10 to the 9 nanometers. 1 meter equals 1 times 10 to the 12 picometers. And he definitely likes for you to know this, that 1 meter is equal to 1 times 10 to the 15 femtometers. And then these are the volume conversions that you are required to know. And you have to memorize this chart, but anything as far as English conversion factors you will be given.